Let's go. I am positive. I am positive for I look at the bright side of all things. I am positive for when I look at the glass as half empty, I am able to change and look at it as half full. I am positive for I see the God in all, even those that may not be presenting such. I am positive for I know they can change as I have. I am positive for I look to the positive future of myself, my others, and planet Earth. So it is uttered, so it is. As you already know, I read daily the mantra from the book I Am Mantras by Eliot Eli Jackson when he was channeling Source, that which you call God. And after I am done reading, I give you now my own understanding of the mantra. I am positive for I look at the bright side of all things. Source is actually inviting us to stop looking at the aspect of life that do not serve us. What do I mean by that? Whenever we tend to focus on the negative aspect of things, we are actually dwelling with our mind in one aspect of life that is not going to serve us. Being negative is not going to serve us. Therefore, in opposition to that, dwelling in the positivity, being positive at all cost, it's actually going to serve us. In the scriptures, Saul says that he is all love, she is all love, they are all love, right? They are only positive, theoretically. But the thing is, Sauce never actually experienced his positivity himself. She never experienced her positivity herself. So, in order to know actually how positive they are, you see how I'm switching from masculine to feminine to plural because source, that which you call God, is everything. It's not just one thing, it's everything. So, in order to know from the experience point of view how positive they are, Source had to create the negative aspect because it is through the contrast of things that Source was able to experience who they really are. And since we are a physical extension of Source, you, me, everyone watching this video, all the plants, the animals, everything, the negative exists so that when we experience the positive, we can then feel it and feel the joy, feel the life experience. Dwelling in the negative is actually not serving us. So Source is actually reminding us that we have within ourselves the ability to remain positive all the time. I am positive for when I look at the glass as half empty, I am able to change and look at it as half full. So let me drink a little bit so I can show you. Yeah. I am positive for when I look at the glass as half empty, I am able to change and look at it as half full. Let me drop the book here. So what we often do in life, we are going to look at any situation that looks like this, and we are going to focus on this. We are going to focus on the fact that, oh, something is missing. Oh, it could have been different. Oh, why I didn't, receive this and this and this and this and this. Source is actually reminding us that it is for our highest good to do everything we can to always focus on this. Always focus on what is there. Always appreciate what is already there. Always be grateful to what is already there. Because the more you express your gratitude towards what's already there, now you are sending a signal to the universe that you are the type of person who already have what you are feeling about, what you're talking about, what you're sensing about, and the universe has no other choice than to send you more of what you already have. And that's how, by focusing on what you already have, by being grateful and happy and joyful with what you already have, you're going to have more of what you already have. That's what Source is actually saying. with that sentence? Let me know in the comment if that part makes sense. I am positive for I see the God in all, even those that may not be presenting such. Well, I am currently reading the book Conversation with God, book 3, and I think I'm at page 263. And somewhere around that page, Saul says, Saul says, you humans created so many myths. And one of those myths is that human beings are inherently evil. That humans are by default bad people. How many times did you hear people in a conversation saying, humans are so weird, humans are so evil, humans only think about hurting people and stuff like that? Well, Source is saying that's a lie. It is a myth that we created about ourselves. And Source is telling us that you are love, you are pure love because you are an extension of me. You are the physical encasement of that which you call God. So when Source says, I am positive for I see the God in all, even those that may not be presenting such. It is actually a way to remind us, especially the people that are getting into this knowledge, into this spiritual realm, and are elevating themselves and therefore the mass consciousness and the planet. It is to remind that the other person is the previous version of you. The other person is you. The other person is the future version of you. So, whatever behavior you might have someone showcasing to you that doesn't please you, that doesn't serve you, just know it is still God. It is still source energy. It is also an extension of source energy. Even those that may not be presenting such. So even though that are not behaving as if they were source energy, pure love, they are still that. I am positive for I know they can change as I have. So friendly reminder, like the guy on Instagram. Everyone can change. Everyone can change. The change that is currently happening in my life. Yeah, guys, I didn't tell you, but I'm live on Instagram and on YouTube. And since the Instagram camera is closer to me, I tend to only look at that. And here I have my screen. I mean, my screens. My screens. Okay. So what was I saying? I am positive. I am positive for I know they can change as I have. I was talking to my sister-in-law the other day, and we had an amazing conversation. And I ended up telling her, "Yo, I am not different than you. Huh? We are the same. It's just I consciously chose to change when I realized I had no other choice because the other way wasn't working. I wasn't happy. And if you remember the first intro of the mantra number 1, it is I am, you are, we are one. That's the first sentence. I am one with all things. I am one with God. I am God in human form. I am one with all humans, and all humans are one with God. I am one with the earth on which I dwell. I am one with all portions of earth, the air, the water, the fire, and the wind. I am the air, the water, the fire, and the wind. I am one with all animals and sea dwellers. I am one with all portions of earth. So you see, it's just Source is actually telling us the lie is too big. You need to remember now. The time to remember is now that you are God and you are creating your life. Even if you do not think that you are God, even if you watch this video and you feel triggered, you feel like this is weird, just know you are still operating through your God power, through your source power. That's how it works. I am positive for I look to the positive future of myself, my others, and planet Earth. I am positive for I look to the positive future of myself. So, again, just like I was saying in the beginning, being positive is actually good for us. Be grateful for the things that we have, the things that we like, the people that we love in our life on a daily basis is actually good for us. it is important for us to start dwelling into positivity, right? To actually force ourselves to write down, to look into certain aspects of our life when we can, if not all of them. What am I happy about? What am I proud about? And the more we are going to do that, the more we are going to shoot outside of our being, outside of ourselves, rockets of desires, things that we actually want to attract in our life. And now our only job would be to start embodying the frequency of the type of person who already have the things that we are seeking. You see what I mean? That's how it works. That's how it works. And then of course you have the so it is uttered, so it is. It is actually the end sentence that comes in and seals everything together so that the universe knows that okay, now you are done ordering. Just like when you are on the Uber app and you just you just hit pay and then you pay your order using Apple Pay. Boom, then you reach the thank you page and the restaurant knows okay, I have a new order. That's exactly how it works. You end your mantra with so it is uttered, so it is. Now, I want to bring something to your awareness. Whatever is going on in your life now, whatever is happening now in your life that you do not like, that you feel like you do not understand why it is happening to you, just know it is you doing that to you. It is you doing that to yourself. It is you putting all those things, all those people in your life so that you can quickly remember who you are. First, the first layer is to go through the current situation to realize what's going on, what's serving you, what's not serving you. But the end goal is to remember that you are God. The end goal is to remember that you are source energy. The end goal is to remember that you came here for pure joy and you knew growth was inevitable. Inevitable. How many of our parents or uncles and aunties did we see growing up, and we felt like they were not happy? But most of the time, the lack of happiness that we would identify would be because of the lack of money. But let's talk about how we end up believing in such a thing as a lack of money. And what I'm saying here, I am not excluding myself from that topic. We end up believing in the lack of money because growing up, we are exposed to people that are vibrating lack of money. It can be something as when you're a baby. So no, not a baby. When you're a kid, 1, 2, 3 years old, and you want a candy, you want a chocolate, you want something at the supermarket with your mom or your dad, and they just tell you, no, we can't. No, no, it's too expensive. No, we're not going to have it. Well, you do not know, but at that point, what's happening is that they are proposing to you a vibration of lack. That's what's actually being offered to you. And you, without knowing, you tap into that. And how many times do you think you tap into that vibration? Can you count? You cannot. How many times do you close your eyes per day? That's a bit the same thing, right? So now, the moment you became adults, the moment you realize it keeps being difficult, it keeps being hard for you to get the money that you need to just even pay your bills, just even go through the day, go through the month, go out and have drinks with friends. Well, it's time for you to realize that it didn't start yesterday. It didn't start in your teenage years. It started way before. It started when you were a baby. Because when you come to Earth, you are like a blank page, and then the people around you help you to write everything inside of you. That's how you end up accepting all the things that you accept as truth, right? So now, how do we move from there? Like the second you realize that, okay, this life that I'm living is not serving me. I keep struggling financially. I keep struggling emotionally. I don't know why, but things keep happening to me. I feel like I'm a victim of this life that I'm going through. Well, just know it is still you doing that. It is still you using your amazing, infinite creative power to go through those experiences. So the second you are going to start writing, the second you are going to start being delusional about the life that you want to have and write things down as if they already happened, and you do it consistently, you can pick it on a daily basis or every 2 days or every 4 days, whatever, but make sure it is something consistent. It has to be like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I have to be honest, I used to do that. But then I ended up having so many things, so many practices that overwhelming came to me. So now the main thing that I do is to meditate. I cannot go through a day without meditating. Like I would say 4 to 5 times a week, I meditate 15 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes before I go to bed. And the other times, I meditate only in the morning or only at night. But I cannot go the day without meditating. This morning, I didn't meditate. But before I go to bed, I will. It's currently 9 p.m. here. You see? Look at your life. How are things going? Are you happy currently? If the answer is not, change it. Change it. And only you can do that. You have that power. That's how powerful you are. Okay? Thank you guys, and I will see you tomorrow for the next live. Peace.